pause.
Definitely need to do that Dexcom.
We are starting
challenge.
First two moves are in the room. Our first move is just a push-up, okay? So we're doing a push-up. We're trying to keep our elbows in, so it's more of a tricep push-up than it is an out to a T push-up. So we're gonna have our feet, okay, about shoulder width apart. Hands are about shoulder width apart. Fingers are spread nice and wide. You're gonna go down, keeping those elbows close to your body, and then pushing all the way up, okay? This, when you're doing this, try and do them as strict as you possibly can. When you start to feel your back, where you're going down, and then as you're coming up, you're doing more of this, and you've got that arch in your back, drop those knees. I would rather you guys be able to get that full range of motion to use that full tricep than to try and muscle up with your lower back and hurt your shoulder or your back. So do as many strict as you can, and if you have to, go ahead and drop down to your knees, and then you can keep that back really straight as you go all the way down and back up. So push-ups in there. The second move in there is a skater toe touch, and we're going over, trying hard not to touch this foot to the ground. And then you're gonna go down, come up, skater, balance, okay? And then there. So those are the first two moves in there. You've got your push-ups and your skaters from side to side, trying hard not to let that toe touch. So when you jump, you've got to really stabilize those hips with that outside glute. Then we come out here. Oh, we've got a skater toe touch out here. Oh, what was the second one in there? Oh, in there we also have a banded kickback with a punch. So this is hard to explain. So the rack is behind you, and you've got a band in one hand, and you're going to be up in this tabletop position. You're going to press out with the band, bring it in, and then extend the opposite leg and bring it in. So you're doing a punch and then a leg extension of the opposite leg. So if I'm going with my left hand, okay, I'm extending with my right leg, and then obviously the opposite. If I'm punching forward with my right hand, I'm gonna bring it back in and then extend my left leg, trying to keep my hips from dipping too much. So I'm driving hard up through this, the heel of the hand that's stabilizing, and pushing with that shoulder. Then we have the skater toe touch. Then we come out here, and against this wall, we've got a, here, I'll do it.
You can use Justin as your wall.
Dumbbell,
You want Justin to be your wall?
Huh?
You want Justin to be your wall? I use Tanner.
He's really good at standing around, I've noticed.
Right.
Oh.
Just kidding. Single leg dumbbell wall row to a single leg balance. We're doing 8 on each side. So you're gonna have one hand on the wall, okay? One leg is stabilizing. Whatever leg is stabilizing, that's the hand that the weight is in. The other hand is on the wall, okay? You're gonna have this leg out. You're gonna row, and then come back in and bring this knee up. And then go back out into that extension, row, and then come back in. You're gonna do 8 on each side. So obviously you'll switch. Okay, now it's my right hand, so my right leg is stabilizing. I'm extending that leg, rowing, and then coming back into balance with that knee up, okay? So 8 on each side of those. Then we come this area, we're starting with a glute bridge walk out with a pullover. So we're pulling those glutes up into this glute bridge. As we're doing that, this weight is overhead. We're walking out our feet until we get out to that reverse plank position. Then we go overhead, come back up, and walk our feet back in to that bridge, okay? So it's walk out, reverse plank, pull over, bring it back up, walk in. You got 6 of those. Go nice and slow on those. They should take a while. That's why Krista chose to do a smaller rep range. So take your time, really focus as you're walking out, not letting your hips dip. So you're really driving on whatever foot is on the ground. Drive hard through that foot so your hips stay at the same level even as you're taking one foot off of the ground. Then we have a series here. It's a kettlebell deadlift into a broad jump and then a reverse bear crawl back to the kettlebell. So we're here, okay? We're gonna deadlift that kettlebell. Again, making sure that you feel that tension in those hamstrings without that rounding of the shoulders. So pull those shoulders back. You're gonna deadlift, kettlebell goes down, hop forward, and then when you get to the hop, you're gonna go backwards until you reach that kettlebell again, reset, deadlift, hop, bear crawl back. You've got 8 of those. Then we're going to have in that area over there, a wall ball dead bug. So wall ball is opposite knee and hand are holding that wall ball as you extend the other hand and knee, and then you'll just switch. So extend opposite hand and leg, switch holding that wall ball for 16 total. Then we end with 1 to 2 field laps. And that is our stabilization day, okay? So again, Monday's always stabilizing. So we're thinking of using our core, slowing our moves down, and really getting into those small muscles that prevent injury and help us to be able to move more efficiently while we're moving weight.